CK.
Praise the Lord.
Word.
Oh my God. Did you hear your show from yesterday?
Did I hear my show from yesterday?
But absolutely phenomenal. You hear me? That man covered some topics, you know what I mean? It was some riveting conversation. You hear me? Riveting.
Hold on. Whose show is this?
Yours, the King and I. What's the name of yours? The afternoon experiment from yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you brought up some key current events.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm listening to it. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? But today, when you came with that counseling, it hit a nerve, Mr. Livingston.
Why?
Because you got to understand, when it comes to this counseling, we all are counselors. We all can help one another. I don't care if it's just opening the door for somebody. You know what I mean? When they're going into the store.
That's not counseling.
Compliment them on their shoes.
That's not counseling.
Yeah, I counsel people every day. That's what I do. I uplift the spirit. I'm a professional counselor out here, man. I like to see people happy.
You're not.
That's a talent.
Hold on. You might like to uplift people and encourage people. You want to see people happy, but sir, you are not a professional counselor. You're not.
Hold on. What about the people that call in to you and say, "Oh, I was down on my luck. If I never listened to your show, you don't know the lives you're affecting by the work you're doing out here in these streets."
Okay, and that's fine. That's fine, but that's not professional. Mm-hmm. But that's not professional counseling. That's not professional.
Helping people. It's the results. You have to, instead of scrunching up your face and getting mad, you need to uplift, encourage people, compliment people. That's that's what's wrong. We done got so sheltered. Oh, you need to go. You ain't got. Now you trying to scam me out of money?
No, but
you trying to get money from me?
But no, that's not professional counseling. That's not.
I'm saying, yeah, the professional is the hustle of it. But I'm saying helping people, that's why they say a child is raised by the village, not the home. The whole community plays a part. And your opportunity is to touch that person and send them in the right light. Look, Ali ain't no professional counselor. But when he touched Mike Tyson, what it turned into? One of the baddest men on the planet.
What?
See?
What?
Ali met Tyson at the juvenile home at 11 years old.
All right.
Told him. He touched that man on his shoulder. Mm-hmm. That counseling that he gave him when he went to see them kids and give them encouragement, he turned him around into a billionaire down there.
All right.
One of the greatest fighters ever to live.
So, CK, let's stick with that analogy.
Okay.
Do you see how many mental issues Mike Tyson went through? Mike Tyson ended up in jail for rape. Mike Tyson he went to jail for something else. He lost all his money. He was in accidents. He done been married I don't know how many times. He got a lot of issues that were not dealt with because people like you believe Muhammad Ali saying you can do it is actual professional counseling.
You missed the whole point. This man was already disturbed when he met. The reason he met Ali is because of his mental issues.
But that's why.
See what I'm saying? But he got to touch that man and put him in a success bracket that many people didn't see. Of course, so those problems that you named was already there. He can't just solve the whole thing, but he can bring something to your life.
But that's why you go get professional. You can encourage people, CK. I can encourage people.
There it is.
Muhammad Ali can encourage people, but none of that is professional counseling. Mike Tyson maybe needed encouragement and some professional counseling.
And like you said, when you get professional counseling and you go through all that, do you place blame on them like you just blamed Ali? People still get professional counseling and still go wrong. You act like that don't happen.
Wait, I didn't blame Ali.
You blamed him for everything he did going to jail for rape. You put that on Cassius Clay.
I did not put that. Oh my God. I don't understand.
You just said it.
I don't understand
what happened. All this stuff.
No, I didn't say that it was Muhammad Ali's fault. The point that I was trying to make to you was that although Muhammad Ali may have influenced him to move into a direction that helped him attain great wealth and success, it still didn't deal with some of the issues that he was dealing with. So it wasn't Muhammad Ali's fault that he did those things, but he needed counseling as well as encouragement.
But you're advocating that professional counseling stops the trauma that he went through after meeting Ali. What if he did have professional counseling? He probably did. He was institutionalized.
What?
So I'm saying just because you get professional counseling does not fix the pain, does not fix the trauma. It's the same thing. That's why you have to, because the point I'm making is everybody don't have money for that. They don't have time. They got to work. That's part of the trauma. You working double shifts. You ain't got no time to play to raise your kids. So the kids raising themselves. That's part of the trauma. So where you get a counseling session?
So it might be a good idea to not have kids and stuff until you kind of done did counseling and dealt with whatever. But I realize some people, they got kids and everything. It's too late.
Yeah, it is.
But
had them at 13, 12.
So you
before they even was grown.
So you need to make time. Make time to get people, and of course not everybody, but for the most part, people make time for the things that they value. People make time for the stuff like, I ain't got time for this, I ain't got time for that. And then you ask them, well, what did you do this week? Well, I mean, did you whatever it is did you go play basketball? Well, yeah, I wouldn't play basketball with her, but I thought you didn't have time. But that's what they want to do, so they will make time for what they want to do. Oh, I went and got my hair done.
Right.
Hold on, I thought you didn't have time. So a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, you have time. You just have to make that time work for what's really important and not just what you want to do.
But what do you think the effect of this professional counseling has on people?
Well, it's been my experience watching people who've gone through counseling that it helps them be able to process things. It helps them deal with things that they just didn't want to deal with. It helps them become a much more rounded person, more self-aware. They'll know what their triggers are, and they'll learn to avoid things that trigger them. It can help in a whole lot of different ways.
Yeah, because all I see is the preacher at the pulpit asking you to donate that money. Because we all have, we are entitled to encourage people to do better. It's the negativity that brings us down.
Hold on,
The professional people that's a pimping organization, sir.
What preachers? I'm not talking about preachers. I'm
saying
about
they doing the same thing. Like they selling you hope. You talking about what's it called again? Guidance counselor.
Let's say a clinical counselor.
That's what I'm talking about. This is money. Only reason I need to see counseling because I don't have enough finances to feed my family. That's what's causing the trauma. Why I got to go see y'all. I can't pay the rent. We homeless, living in the car. This is what's causing the counseling. The professional counseling, because you can't even afford to handle your day-to-day life. So how can you afford? That's what I'm trying to tell you. The circle of scam. That's why you didn't get to go to your daughter's recital, her recital.
What?
Because you was working.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying when you don't get to go see your daughter's recital, that hurts the child, right? So then she don't want to hear that you had to work a double shift. If you don't go in to work, you're going to get fired. This is counseling. I'm telling you the truth. So how do I have time to go see a counselor? I couldn't even go to your recital. And you my daughter.
How do you
Please explain.
Hold on. How do you have time to do the other stuff that you want to do?
I ain't doing. We're living in hell. You're not doing shit. That's why you're trying to go to counseling.
Who not doing
Your
shit?
wife.
Hold on. Who not doing shit? Everybody doing something.
No, not the people you're talking about that need to see
they are.
Professional help.
Yeah, they are.
Mm.
The overwhelming majority of them. Now, you might have one or two, who are not, but yeah, they are.
Yeah, but the main problem in marriages is finances. When that's going wrong, the marriage going wrong.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to say. If the finance, so your wife is complaining because y'all don't go out as much or go on the trips y'all used to go to, because now you just working and working. You done lost your good job at the plant. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Really. Not really.
I'm trying to tell you, man. You making it a fantasy world. You got to stop living in this fantasy. This is the real world. Can't nobody afford. You talking about wealthy people? Yeah, wealthy people need counseling.
No.
People with millions of dollars.
No, CK. People like you and me can benefit from counseling.
All right. If you say, hey, I'm just giving you the hard shit from it, because the counseling and trauma is being from raised on the street because you ain't have nowhere to stay. You sleeping over everybody's house on the weekends. You know what I mean? Parents locked up or they dead. This is the stuff you ain't got time for. You just out here through.
And instead of, a lot of times, instead of people dealing with all of that stuff that happened when they was a young person, you know, growing up poor, living on the street, parents dead, you know, seeing all of the stuff that they saw, they try to just, oh, I'm gonna just move on. But some people don't have that ability, and those thoughts, those memories, those feelings still affect them until they 60, 70 something years old. It still affects them because they were not equipped to handle it. And there are people who are trained to help you handle those things instead of just trying to bury them and act like, you know, they didn't exist, or, you know, it's not affecting you. It is affecting you. It's just, how are you going to deal with it so that the effect is not a detriment to the rest of your life?
It's just like rape. But if you get your manhood taken, there's not enough counseling that's going to bring you're gone. It's dead. So now you're trying to fake your way through life. Like, well, I'm going to see counseling about being raped. That shit ain't gonna fix what you lost.
I'm sitting
now. You just faking through life. That's what I'm trying to tell you about counseling. You gonna go there looking for something that can't be repaired. You done had your whole manhood taken. You just sleep. You don't even get up to eat. Come on now. That's what I'm trying to tell you about counseling. Yeah, they could hustle you to try to get some insurance money, but in essence, the problem cannot be fixed because your manhood already been taken from you.
All right, I'm gonna call Dr. Chantel. Thank you for your call, CK.